Good evening, students. Continuation of chapter Polynomials. In the previous video, you have learned how to find the remainder using remainder theorem. So let us solve the remaining exercise problems based on the remainder theorem. Okay, the first question for today. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. Here, this is the dividend and this will be the divisor. Always remember while finding the remainder using remainder theorem, what we have to do is we have to equate the divisor is equal to 0. So let us first do that. So our divisor here is x minus a. Let us equate it equal to 0. Okay. Here actually we are finding x. So let us keep x in its position, and let us take the term a, that is minus a that we have, to the other side of equal to sign. So you have equal to sign here, x will be kept as it is. We are taking minus a to the other side of equal to sign. So here the 0 will remain as it is. Minus a, when we take it to the other side, it becomes plus a. Okay, so 0 plus or 0 plus any number will be the same number. So we can ignore 0, we can only write a. So what did we get? We got x is equal to a. So what we should do is we have to put in the dividend. So in the place of x we have to put a. Okay, so let us first write down the dividend, x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. So this is our dividend. So wherever x is there we have to put a, because we got x is equal to a. So let us put a in the place of x. So x cube will become a cube minus, here a will be a itself, okay, into we have x square. So in the place of x I should put a. So in a into this a is as it is, this x square will be written as a square plus 6 into x will be written as a minus a. Okay, so let us write down. So a cube will be a cube itself minus a into a square. So when you have two numbers or two terms with same basis and different exponents, what we will have to do is when you're multiplying two terms with same basis and different exponents, you have to write the base as it is and you have to add the exponents. Here the exponent is 2 and here if there is no exponent, that means the exponent is 1. So you'll get a to the power 1 plus 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So here this term will become a to the power 3. Plus this can be written as 6a and in the end we have minus a. Okay, so here you have a cube minus a cube. So a cube and minus a cube will get cancelled. So in the place of these you'll get 0. Okay, so you are subtracting them. You have the same, you have like terms here, a cube and a cube, and their coefficient is also same. If you don't have any number along with the variable, that means the coefficient is 1 in both the cases. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. Okay, so here what do you have? You have 6 a's. Okay, from these 6 a's you are subtracting 1 a. So what will remain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 a's are remaining. So let me write 5. So 0 plus 5a is 5a. So this will be the remainder. So this is a remainder we get when we divide these two terms. Okay, so we got this using remainder theorem. Okay, next question. Check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Here we have to find if this term is a factor of the given dividend. How do we find, or how do we know a number is a factor of another number? When do we call the a number a factor of another number? Simply see, for example, we call 2 as the factor of 8. Why? Because 8 is divisible by 2. Similarly, we can call 3 as a factor of 6 because you can divide them. That is, when you divide 8 by 2, the remainder you get will be 0, right? The quotient is 4 and the remainder is 0. Similarly, when you divide 6 and 3, the remainder you get will be 0, 6 by 3. So, and the quotient is 2. Imagine you have 9 and you are dividing it by 2. What will be the remainder? Your remainder will be 1. Your quotient will be 4 and your remainder will be 1. So, when do we call a number a factor of another number? When the reminders are 0. Okay, if the reminders are 0, then we call such a number to be a factor of another number. If the remainder is non-zero, if you get 1, 2, 3 or etc. as the remainder, then that means a given number is not the factor of the number. Okay. Similarly here, if the remainder I get when I divide them, if the remainder I get is 0, then I can tell this is the factor of 3x cube plus 7x. If the remainder is not 0, then it is not the factor. So what we'll do, first we'll find the remainder using remainder theorem. So to find the remainder, what do? We will first equate the divisor to be equal to 0. Okay, now we have to find x. So let us keep the x term there itself and let us take 7 to the other side of equal to sign. So as I have mentioned earlier, when you are taking a term from one side of the equal to sign to the other side, we'll keep 3x as it is. Okay, so when you are taking a term from one side to other side, what happens is the sign of the terms changes. So the 7 here will become minus 7. So your 0 as it is minus 7. Okay, so let us write it down. 3x is equal to 0 minus 7 is minus 7. So what will be x equal to? See, if you have multiplication, when you take it to the other side, it becomes division. The sign will not change, only the multiplication will become division. But if it is addition or subtraction, then the sign will change. So we got x to be equal to minus 7 divided by 3. Now what we have to do is we have to substitute the value of x in the dividend. That is, we have to put 3 in 3x cube minus plus 7x. Here in this equation, what we have to do is we have to put x is equal to minus 7 by 3. So our equation will become 3 into, in the place of x I am putting minus 7 by 3. So x cube you have, so it will be the whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. Okay, so now what will happen? See, 3 as it is into, how much is minus 7 cube? Minus 7 cube is minus 7 into minus 7 into minus 7. Okay, so what is minus into minus? Let us multiply the first two numbers. Minus into minus is plus. 7 into 7 is 49. Okay, so what is remaining? Into minus 7. Again, plus into minus is minus. 49 into 7 is 343. So we will get the answer here. The numerator here will become minus 343. See, why did we get minus? Minus into minus is plus, but again you have one more minus. So plus into minus will become minus. Divided by, you have 3 cube. See, you have to cube both the numbers, both the numerator and the denominator. So 3 cube is 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So the denominator will become 27. Plus, see here what do you have? 7 into 7. 7 into 7 is 49. Your denominator, see, if you don't have a denominator, we can consider it as 1. So 1 into 3 is 3. But here, look here you have plus, but here and here you have minus. So plus into minus will be minus. Okay. Now we have two terms. This is the first term and this will be the second term. Now let us divide 3 and 27. 3 is a factor of 27, so they are divisible. 3 ones are 3. How much are 27? 3 9s are 27. So our first term will become minus 343 divided by 9 and our second term will become 49 divided by 3. Now let us take LCM and solve them. Okay, the LCM of 9 and 3. See, since the denominators are not same, we can't add them directly. We have to find the LCM and then add them. Add or subtract them. So let us first find the LCM. So let us find the LCM of 9 and 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3 and 1 as it is. So 3 into 3 is 9. So our LCM is 9. So what I should do is I have to convert this denominator into 9. 9 into how much will be 9? 9 into 1 will be 9. So when I'm multiplying a number with the denominator, I have to multiply with the same number to the numerator as well. So here 3 into how much will be 9? 3 into 3 is 9. Similarly, I have to multiply the numerator also. So our first term will become minus 343 and our second term will be 49 into 3. Calculate it. So on multiplying 49 and 3, we will get it as 147. So let us add these two. See, both have minus signs. So if the signs are same, we have to add the two numbers. So adding these two, I'll get it as minus 490 divided by 9. So here what did we get is, this is the remainder. Okay, so our remainder is not equal to 0. So just write it as our remainder is not equal to 0. Hence what we can tell, since the remainder is not equal to 0, we can tell that the divisor is not the factor of the dividend. Okay, see, only if the remainder is equal to 0, as we have seen in the examples, if the remainders are equal to 0, then we can call it as a factor. But here what did we get? We got the remainder not equal to 0. Hence we can write that the divisor 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Just write it down. Okay, 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Next is factor theorem. So let me read the statement of the factor theorem. These statements are not important. This is just so that you know what it means. Okay, so let us read it down. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then first one, x minus a is the factor of p of x if p of a is equal to 0. And second one, p of a is equal to 0 if x minus a is the factor of p of x. So let me explain this factor theorem with the help of an example. Okay, the first thing given in the statement is p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 0. So here we need to consider a polynomial, like for example x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6, whose degree should be greater than or equal to 1. So here what is the degree of the polynomial? Here the degree is 3, because 3 is the maximum exponent of the variable x. So 3 is the degree. What about the degree of this polynomial? Here what is the exponent of x? It is 1. So the degree of the polynomial here is 1. Okay, here the degree is 3, here the degree is 1. So imagine you have imagine you have one polynomial, okay, whose degree is more than or equal to 1. Fine. Next, what did they give? X minus a is the factor of p of x. So let us consider this as x minus a. Okay, here generally x minus a means this term here a. Okay, here what do we have in the place of a? We have 2. So x minus of minus 2. So minus into minus will be x plus 2. So this is what we are simply speaking about. Okay, so what they have told is we can consider x plus 2 as a factor of this polynomial only if the answer we get on solving is 0. Okay, so the answer we get on solving this, if the answer we get is 0, then we can tell that this is the factor of the polynomial. Let us solve the example to see what it means. Okay, this is similar to the remainder theorem. Here what we can consider is the polynomial that we have. If we consider it as the dividend, then our x minus a can be considered as the divisor. Okay, what do we do in the remainder theorem? We take the divisor and equate it to 0, right? Similarly here as well. Let us take x plus 1 and equate it to 0, because we have to find the 0 of the polynomial. So as I have equated it to 0, similar to the previous step, we have to find x. So let us keep x as it is in the same position. Let us take plus 2 to the other side of the equation. So what will happen to plus 2? It will become 0. 0 as it is. Plus 2 will become minus 2. So x will be equal to 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So we got what is x. Now simply what we have to do is, let us consider this as a polynomial first. Take take x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 as a first polynomial. Let us consider this as p of x. Okay, this is our polynomial, so we'll take it as p of x. Now what we have to find? We have to find what will happen if we put x is equal to minus 2. Correct, no? So in the place of x, we are putting minus 2. So our p of x will become p of minus 2. So in the place of x, let me write p of minus 2 is equal to, so wherever x is there in the equation, there I have to put minus 2, similar to our remainder theorem. Okay, so here x cube will become minus 2 the whole cube plus 3 as it is into x square you have, so it will be minus 2 the whole square plus 5 into x you have, x will become minus 2 plus 6. So wherever x is there in the polynomial, we'll put it to be equal to minus 2. Okay, so what is minus 2 cube? Similar to the previous problem, minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So we have to multiply with minus 2 3 times. Okay, so 2 into 2 is 4. Let me write the last minus 2 as it is. Minus into minus will be plus. So first two terms on solving them, I'll get it as plus 4 into minus 2. Now plus into minus is minus, 4 into 2 is 8. So we got minus 2 cube to be equal to minus 8 plus, write 3 as it is, into minus 2 square. So let us take minus 2 into minus 2. Square in the sense we have to multiply 2 times. So minus into minus is plus, 2 into 2 is 4. So we will get minus 2 square to be equal to 4. So here you see plus into minus you have. So plus into minus is minus, 5 into 2 is 10 and plus 6 as it is. Okay, so let us write it down. Minus 8, let me write it as it is, plus 3 4s are 12. Okay, minus 10 plus 6. Minus 10 plus 6, two different signs, so we have to subtract it. So from 10, if I subtract 6, I'll get 4. Bigger number is 10, so the sign of 4 will be minus 4. Okay, now what we can do is minus 8 plus 12. Let us take the first two terms. Do they have same sign? No, their signs are different. So should we add them or subtract? If the signs are same, then we have to add them. But here in this, the signs are different. So if the signs are different, we have to subtract them. So on subtracting 12 and 8, we will get 4. Okay, what should be the sign of the 4? We have to see the sign of bigger number. So 8 is bigger or 12 is bigger? Among 8 and 12, 12 is the bigger number. So the sign of 12 is plus. So our answer will be plus 4. Then we can write minus 4 as it is. So plus 4 minus 4 is 0. So if the answer we get is 0, then we can tell that x plus 2 is the factor of the polynomial. Okay. Since the remainder, since the answer we got here is 0, we can tell that x plus 2 is the factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, we'll solve the next one. We have two questions here. We have to find if this is a factor of 2x plus 4 also. So what we'll do? Same thing. See, till here it is the same. So no need to write this. Just write, now let us consider p of x to be equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, what are we doing? We are finding p of minus 2. So in the place of x, let me put minus 2. 2 into minus 2 plus 4. 2 into 2 is 4, plus into minus is minus, plus 4. Minus 4 plus 4 you have. Minus 4 plus 4 is again 0. Okay, so the polynomials are different, but x minus a is the same term. So no need to do this again. Okay, anyhow, even if you do it again, you will get x is equal to minus 2 itself. So what you have to do is you have to just substitute minus 2 in the place of x. So the answer you get is again 0. Since the answer is 0, we can tell that x plus 2 is the factor of 2x plus 4. So this is according to factor theorem. Understood? If you get the answer equal to 0, then we can tell that the two numbers, the given number is a factor of the other term. Okay, so this is according to factor theorem.